What extra things could you add?
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for that. I mean, like, if I had to explain CKB in a really, really like basic and easy to understand way, I would probably say if you look at Bitcoin and you take the security and the decentralization of Bitcoin, and you take then like a smart contract platform like Ethereum, for example. It's not the best analogy, but like um, as an example of a smart contract platform together.
Oh,
And then on top of that, if you add this, what Crooked mentioned, which is this insane level of flexibility, then you get halfway, maybe halfway to understanding what CKB is. CKB is really unlike any other blockchain project out there. And in this AMA, you'll hear the same. It sounds like a buzzword almost. This kind of flexibility thing, but really CKB went. It looked at Bitcoin and it started. It saw where the industry was heading, which was more towards speed and like increasing transaction per second, because that's kind of you want to increase the throughput, and it saw that
yeah.
there were sacrifices being made along the way. So it went back to Bitcoin and it said, Bitcoin is really like our first principles. It's why that's why the industry started in the first place, is this idea of, you can interact peer to peer with other people and no other, no trusted third party in between. But Bitcoin is quite limited, so that's why smart contracts came in. But as I said, as the industry's kind of moved on, we've got into this problem of new layer ones and new projects coming out, but they're super fast, but they're having to sacrifice some of those core principles. Sometimes inadvertently, sometimes they don't know they're doing it. The industry and the technology is still really new, but CKB takes Bitcoin and then advances that in a different way. So instead of going down the route of trying to increase, transactions per second, we went down the route of trying to increase flexibility. Because if you look if I dumb this down as much as I can, if you look in the natural world, and natural selection and how animals and species survive, it's the most adaptable species that will last in the long term. Not necessarily the apex predators of the time; they often die out. But it's that species which is most adaptable, which can react to the environment. And CKB is one of those. It's something which really focuses on more towards innovation, something that embraces innovation. The newest technology, the newest protocols that come out, it's really easy to deploy that on CKB. Whereas on most other blockchains, you have to go through a significant consensus changes or hard fork changes. The whole network has to come to an agreement on it, which is really hard if it's something which could potentially break the blockchain. Whereas CKB has nothing like that. Because of its flexibility, it can pretty much adopt any protocol. It can talk to any blockchain, which makes it, in my view, it puts it in a completely different league when it comes to other projects. And the strength of CKB is in its longevity. If as a protocol, you can adopt like quantum resistance, which is what CKB can do.